In this video, I will share with you 8 ways on how to be extremely attractive to quality men. Hello, my name is Greta Berishida. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high-value women secrets, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And just before, I will share with you those 8 quick ways on how to be extremely attractive to quality men. Don't forget to take my free self-awareness test to find out are you behaving as a high value or a low value woman. You'll find that test in my video description box below. And recently I published my ebook, which is called Devoted Relationships. I highly recommend you to get that also. It's on my website too. The link is in the video description box below. And if you like my merch, Cheese Girls and Not the Drama, you can get it on my YouTube store. Now, my ladies, without further ado, the tip number 1 on how to be attractive to quality men. And this tip just goes in general. I would say sometimes you just need to be in the right room. You know, ladies, sometimes I'm in the rooms where nobody pays attention to me. I'm just not people's type, right? And sometimes I'm in a room of guys or quality men where everyone is on me because I am exactly their type. You know, so as the saying goes, like attracts like, but not from the law of attraction kind of way. More like people like you who can relate to you. People like you that you can bond with, click with, you know, where you have similar interests, similar passions. You can talk about things and be on the same page. A lot of women behave in a desperate way and we just want a guy. Doesn't matter what type of guy, we just want a man. And it's like, yeah, but you're gonna get this guy. You ideally are gonna spend the rest of your life with this guy. Do you even like him? Are you even on the same page? Do you even have enough of common interest? Things that you both like to talk about. You know, there has to be a mutual click. Just because the guy is single and just because he looks good or he's got a good job or he presents himself in a good way, it doesn't mean he's the right match for you, and it doesn't mean that he's gonna be into you. You can be the most high value woman out there, but if you are in the wrong room, you may not have any matches for yourself. Number 2, how to be extremely attractive to quality men. Being feminine, gentle, having a soft tone of voice, have a good heart. Watch how you speak. What kind of words come out of your mouth? Do you gossip? Do you curse a lot? Do you talk behind people's back? Then you're gonna show up as valuable in how you present yourself. Quality people pay attention to that. And the man that's looking for a woman of high value, a quality woman, he will pay attention to how you put your sentences together, to what kind of words you use. Are you a genuine person? Can he trust you? Like, men really pay attention to all of these things. We are looking for a quality woman that's not only gonna be their wife, but who's also going to be the mother of his children, who will also get on with his family and friends. Saying this, if a guy is not a quality guy, he's not going to find it attractive. So again, taking back to that first point, which is you have to be in the right room. Number 3, that is highly attractive, is when people are joyful, when we are fun, when we are a bit more chilled and lighthearted. You know, have this lighthearted atmosphere about you. If you are in a party or you're meeting him for a date, go there to be joyful, to have fun, to enjoy the moment, rather than talk about your hurts and your wants and who hurt you and gossiping and blaming and etc. You don't want to come with a negative energy into the date or into the party, because you're going to give this negative energy to the other person, and once they will leave that date, they're not gonna feel good. And when he reflects back on that date, be like, I didn't really had fun with this girl. It wasn't like I wasn't feeling it. For example, I remember I went on a date and we just had so much serious talk. He just came across so serious, and he was like a cool guy. I would say he was a high value type of guy, but he was just so serious. And I left the date and I was like, I had zero fun on this date. Everything was just too dry and too serious. Like, I actually didn't see him again. It's just like, you want a person that makes you laugh. Maybe as a girl you don't have to do that to a guy, but be joyful, be of a light spirit, so when he leaves the conversation, he remembers you and he kind of smiles to himself. When you ladies have a bit of banter, you're happy, people just want to be around you. But when you're always serious, there is a time and a place for that, Number 4, what is very attractive to quality men is when you let them lead you. But ladies, with leading, men and women, we have a lot of times we have the same jobs, we have the same positions, or more or less, with this equality thing going on, right? But a man is still a man, and in order for him to feel good, he needs to feel like a man, he needs to feel like the leader. So you need to let him lead you in a relationship. You don't have to let anyone lead you if you're taking a position as a leader in your job, but separate your job from a relationship and let him lead you in a relationship. However, then it's up to you. Do you follow him or not? If he is a bad leader, if he's a clown with a crown and you just see that he's talking nonsense and he's just plainly stupid, then you obviously don't follow him, in a way that you don't date him. If you see he's smart, if you see he's wise, if you see he's making good and healthy decisions for you, if things do make sense, well, then you happily follow. Number 5, what is highly attractive to quality men is self-respect and self-value. So I come across girls a lot that we just do things as we want to do things. Sometimes we follow my coaching for a little bit and we just get tired, because it is a lot to take in, especially if you've been doing whatever you want to do for your whole life, 20 years, 30 years, 40, 50, 60 sometimes. And now you're like, I'm telling you, like, don't do this, and this doesn't work, and this doesn't work. Sometimes girls like follow it for a few months and then we get tired, because we are still not that person. We just kind of like using it as quick tips and tricks, which doesn't work long term. You need to become this person of self-value and self-respect rather than pretending to be, right? So the mistakes that they make usually are they just do things spontaneously. They just do as they feel. We just live a life with no rules. We just live a life in chaos. We just do as they want, as they feel. And we don't always feel the right thing to do. Sometimes I feel like I want to eat junk food, right? I want to eat crisps, and I want to eat McDonald's, and I want to eat chips and ice cream, and maybe lay on a couch all day and just watch Netflix. Is it the right thing to do? No, it's not. And what if I feel like doing it for a week or 2 weeks or a couple of months? What will happen to my body? Not gonna do anything good, right? Stop following your feelings and start doing the right thing. The feelings can mislead us a lot, and a lot of times by following our feelings due to our anxieties or our insecurities, we don't show any self-respect or value or worth up to a man, because we behaving in a very casual way, behaving in a very chaotic way. And when you behave like that, he takes you as what? He takes you not as somebody that's a relationship material, but he takes you as somebody as casual, because you're behaving like that, right? You're not showing self-respect and value. So he'll take you as with no self-respect or value. Number 6, this is really important. Have a passion and life outside of a relationship. So whether it's a hobby, whether it's running a business, whatever it is, maybe it's charity, have a passion outside of him. Never come to this place where you're putting a guy as number one and you're making him into your everything. Biblically, it's actually a sin, you know, when you don't put God first, but you put a man first, it becomes like a form of worship. And it kind of makes sense why these relationships don't work out. I mean, God is not gonna be happy, right, when you're putting somebody above him. Even if you're not a believer, just have some things that you do outside of him, so he doesn't feel like he is your whole life, he is your whole world, and you're always there to kind of worship him and to put him on a pedestal. I remember having this conversation with one of my guy friends long time ago. He started to date this girl, and this girl just completely worshipped him. She even called him like a king in like the first couple weeks of dating. And he was just telling me how put off he was. He was just like, I don't want to be a king, Greta. I'm not a king. She can't call me that. I'm like totally put off. So, you know, if you're calling him a king, I'm not saying that you can never call a guy a king, but he kind of needs to deserve it. He kind of needs to work for it. Or you need to know him really well, and your relationship, it needs to be really good and secure and loving and etc. And then you can call each other a king and a queen or whatnot, and he'll appreciate it, because you're not putting him on a pedestal, you're not looking at him as a fantasy, but you're actually meaning what you're saying. So maybe he's a provider and he built this whole house for you, and he's looking after your family and etc and he cares for you, and you're like, well, you're the king, you're the leader. He'll appreciate it. Why? Because he deserves it. It's not just like said to him in the first couple of weeks, you know, and it's like, what are you talking about? Does it mean that every guy is a king that you just meet for a couple of weeks? Number 7 way how to be highly attractive to quality men is setting in boundaries in a soft way. A lot of men are very provoking, right? And they just want you to react. It's like boys being at school, or like you're in kindergarten and all we do is tease. I personally grew up with 5 cousins. We were all guys. They were like my brothers, and all we did, we just teased the hell out of me all the time. I was obviously reacting, overreacting, crying, telling my mom and dad, and then my parents telling them off, etc etc. But this is why we did this to me, because I was getting upset and I was crying and I was overreacting. So it was kind of fun and entertaining for my cousins to do that. Even when guys grow up, when we feel a bit grumpy or we feel a bit irritated or whatnot, sometimes we tease and tease and tease. And their goal is to get you to react. And actually, ladies, I also was reading the studies that when guys' testosterone level is on a low, a lot of times guys provoke people in order to get into the fights. Because getting into the fight or like some kind of argument raises the guy's testosterone level. So a lot of times guys provoke when we on a low testosterone, but you don't want to be there fighting with him, because feelings will get hurt. He will probably call you all the nasty names, and no one is gonna be happy at the end of the day. So you need to set in boundaries. The easiest way to set in a boundary when you feel things might get out of hand is to remove yourself from that situation. You know, don't be in a situation where he's just bluntly attacking you and teasing you and whatnot. There is no point in that. And with men as well, a lot of times when the arguments happen, their goal is not to find a solution, but to win an argument. And when somebody just wants to win an argument, no matter what, no matter it's good or bad, no matter the solution, what's the point to argue with that person? There is no point, because at the end of the day, there will be no solution and lots of feelings being hurt. Therefore, if you feel like this is the situation with your guy, just remove yourself and leave. Once you'll do it over and over again, whenever he behaves like that, he will stop doing it, because he'll realize that he cannot take it on you when he wants to raise his testosterone levels. And the last one, number 8, what quality men find really attractive in women is you being kind. Be kind with your boundaries. Be kind when you are with him. Be grateful. Be appreciative. Be kind to others. I see a lot of posts nowadays coming around like, oh, guys don't like good girls, or good guys finish last, or good girls are like the ones that guys take for granted and walk all over. Guys love good girls, you know, like especially, I feel like especially the baddest type of guys seem to really love good girls. A lot of guys that are the bad boys, we are the bad boys because we are really broken and we have been really damaged in their upbringing. Maybe they didn't experience enough of love, or just bad things happen to them. And we kind of focus on good girls. We like that because we want that love, we want that affection. So we are drawn to this kindness, we want this love, we want this affection, right? We love the fact that you're a good girl. However, when you are dealing with somebody that's been having a lot of issues in their childhood traumas, etc., you need to know how to handle them. You need to know how to set your boundaries. You need to know how to keep your boundaries. So you can be a good girl, you can be sweet, you can be genuine. Please be kind and soft and feminine and lovely, but have your set of boundaries, because by setting in boundaries, you will be showing self-respect and value. And a bad boy, a quality guy, any kind of guy will be drawn to that. He'll be very attracted to that. So ladies, these were my 8 tips on how to be super attractive to quality men. If you liked this video, please press like. Let me know in the comments below what did you think. Join Greta's High Value Women's School, where we are all in the same boat, learning how to be women of high value and bring out the best in our men. Follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is called Ladies Relationship Coach. And if you would like some one-on-one coaching with me, a member of my team, or even some last-minute coaching, we have all of this available on our website, gretaberishita.com. Members of my team are absolutely amazing. You can book my sister, or you can book Sansu or Jamie. Thank you so much for watching. This is from Dorset. Mwah.